Hi everyone, today we are going to do a start to finish tutorial on how to make bows. So when I get a new die, the first thing I do is I cut my pieces apart. And I do that because I don't always need all the pieces at that time, or sometimes you see they put another die within another die. So you just want to go ahead and start separating all those pieces out. So what I do is I do use wire cutters. Okay, so I do use wire cutters or flat nose pliers, just because sometimes these don't pull apart easy, and then you have to go in and cut and clean the metal. So we'll see how well these do. Oh, these are going to be nice. These are going to be clean breaks. That's awesome. See, there is no extra little metal in here that I have to go ahead and cut off. So that's why I use wire cutters, because sometimes you have to go in here and like snip off the extra metal. But these are going to cut really, really clean, it looks like. So that's awesome. So yeah, I could have just used pliers for these. But these are specifically for my dies. So we'll just cut those off. We'll cut these off. And actually, look, I think, yeah, these are so nice that you could just even like bend them back. But I like using my little cutters or my pliers. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to cut everything apart, and then I'll be back. Okay, so like this piece right here, it's one solid piece, and in case you're wondering, like, girl, why would you cut that apart? Just leave it as it is. I cut it apart because I would want my bat in black and my skeleton hand in white. And then, you know, this little cross may be in silver. So could I leave it like this? Yes, but I don't want to cut out all in, you know, one color. I want them different colors. So could I just cut a tiny piece of paper and lay it over the little skull hand and just cut that out? Yes, but then also if I do cut this apart, let's say that I cut this bow in white. With some of the extra paper, I could possibly go in and put that little skull hand to use that extra paper instead of wasting it. So I don't know, it's just personal preference, but I just like all my pieces apart. And then maybe there is a piece of a die that you don't like. Let's say that I don't like this little cat, you know, because it kind of looks like a cat bear. So maybe I don't want that, and then, you know, I could gift that to somebody else. So it's already, you know, pulled apart for me. So it's just kind of up to you. You figure out what works best for you, but this is how I like to do my dies. So I'm going to go and finish doing that, and then we'll be back. Okay, now that my dies are all cut apart, my next step that I do is I figure out paper. What paper do I want to use? So I just bought these this year, so I'm going to flip through and see if anything catches my attention. So my cut aparts I usually try to not touch. And let's see, this one actually is not bad for like a base to do like the bows in. So I think I'm going to use the bows for that. And then this looks like a bat, so I'm going to need, oh, there's another layering piece here. So let's see, I need another base bow. Yeah, I'm going to flip through. Let me see what else I want to do. Oh, I like the texture on some of these. Okay, let me get all my paper picked out, and then I will be back to show you guys what I picked out. Okay, so I pulled out some paper here. So I got regular cardstock. Don't be afraid to use any foam. I get the cheap stuff from Hobby Lobby, and it's really thin and it works out really nice. Look at how bendy and flexible that is. When you're gluing to this, you will need like hot glue because you want to make sure it sticks. We got some vellum, and then I have really thick glitter. I have some foil texture, and then I just have regular glitter as well. So just kind of dig through your stash, or like I did here, I bought all of this stuff new because I knew I would be needing a lot of it. I love Halloween, so I always need to have a full new set of Halloween, you know, little glitter papers, because I will go through it all. So now that we have it all done, if you are using foil and hollow paper, you don't want to have too much. So like this, I would run through my machine and just lay everything down and then let it cut out. But when it comes to foil and hollow, I have noticed, okay, my foil and hollow paper, I've noticed that it will actually create little crease lines from my cutting plates. So I'm not sure if you can see, but there are little lines where the dies are. So this will imprint onto my foil and my hollow, and then I can't use that paper, or I personally don't like to use it anymore, because you can see that I want a nice, clean, smooth surface. So when it comes to those, I will cut the size of the die. So I'll show you that as well. So let me get everything set up. Okay, so see, I'm going to use this foil paper, but I definitely don't want to get any of those lines pressed into the rest of it. So I will cut it out to size. So that way, if I do get any of those little lines, it doesn't ruin the rest of my paper. So I'll do that to cut it out. And then like this one, I'm going to leave it whole. This is a 6x8. This will fit through my entire machine. So this one, I don't have to worry about it getting any of those little lines. So I'm just going to run this one completely through. So now let me show you guys my machine that is very, very old. I have a big kit. You can see, big kick. You can see it's old and just all ugly. So it sits by the window. So you can see that's got a little like yellowing on here. And then my plates that I use are, I use the standard plate that I came with, which is this one. And then I have this metal, I think it's called Precision Cut, Chrome Precision Base Plate for intricate thinlits. So it's from Sizzix. There is the product number right there. So this is what I always just use as my bottom base one. I've had it for many, many years. You can see it is a little scuffed up, but that doesn't matter. So this is the one that I use. So it put my base that came with it, the platform. Then I use my Precision Cut. Then I put, whoopsie, I'll put my paper down. And then I'll go ahead and I'll layer my dies on here. And then we'll go ahead and cut it. So let's see, how many pieces can I get on here? So with these, I will cut these all out at once, because I can either make a bow all in one base, or I can mix and match them later. So I think that's all of those. So then we're going to put our top cutting plate down. Okay, so two things. When you're doing a lot of dies like this, they can move. So make sure you leave enough space that if they do move, that they don't end up like overlapping like this when you run it through. Or you could put a little bit of washi down and just go ahead and make sure that they stay into place. So I can bring out some washi here, and then I could just go ahead and tape those down so I know that they will not move, especially if you're using like scraps. When I use my scraps, I usually do washi them down because I want to make sure that they stay and don't go off the paper. So like these, you know, if I want to make sure that they stay, I can just put that washi there. Like I said, on like little scrap pieces, I would definitely, you know, washi it down to make sure it doesn't move. So we're going to run this through. Sorry if this gets shaky. This is not a great sturdy table. So you're just going to turn. And as you can hear, it makes a lot of noise. That's perfectly fine. That's normal. Nothing's breaking. Okay, so do you have to go as slow as I just did? No, normally I just go like full speed, but because I'm trying not to shake the table on you guys is why I went a little bit slower and more careful. But normally I would just, you know, full speed ahead. So here's everything. And then you could just go ahead and pop everything out. So we're going to take off this washi here. take that off. So here are all of our pieces. You see, here's our paper. I save this because you know what? I might go cut out a pumpkin, or I know I have like a spider in here that can fit, or here's, you know, the witch's hat. So I will go through after cutting my big pieces and then see what else can I either punch with a paper punch or die cut smaller pieces with. So I don't throw any of this away. I will definitely reuse that. And then here is our bow pieces. So with this, we could do a couple of things. We can just go ahead and, you know, glue these down as it is like this with our spider paper, and then have our spider base. So it looks like this. It's all one piece. Or we can use two different papers, or in this case, just flip it over because this paper is double-sided. And then we can go ahead and layer them like this, so you have different background pieces. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to cut more up, and then I will come back and we'll build one together, and then I'll have a bunch of little examples already done. See, with this one, we can bring all of these in right here. And if we glue that all down correctly so that we don't see all that, then we could go ahead and glue that to this one right here. You see, you get another little layered up bow. So yeah, super cute. Let me cut out a bunch more stuff, and then I will be back to show you guys how to put one together. Okay, so I have a bunch of stuff die cut out already. Like, here is my whole bag of just using the extra scraps, and this is what I got going on. So I used some vellum to cut out spiders and ghosts. I have some foam here that I used, and glitter. Here's some just plain cardstock glitter. Here's some of the pattern, you know, from that was left over from here. So there's all different kinds. So yeah, I cut everything out of here. So everything came out super cute. I highly recommend this set. You can make bows. You can do Halloween bows. You can do regular bows. Like, you can definitely die cut these in pink and then have, you know, like your little spring bows. You see, it's just like a regular little bow. This one has the little bat wings in the back, but you definitely don't have to use that. And then here's another one that has just like a basic bow with the double layered. So I wanted to show you guys that there's so many different possibilities with these. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put a couple together. So I have my hot glue gun on over here to the side. I did pull out some little items as well, so we can build the bow. And then here are some items for the center that I wanted to use. So I pulled out some little glass eyeballs. I have a charm. I have a resin flat back. I'm sure I threw a spider in here also. Oh yeah, there it is. So here's another little metal spider. So this one is basically done. And then you can go ahead and add, you know, like one of these. I could put like the pumpkin right here in the center. That's actually really cute. I think I might do that pumpkin. Let's see. There's also like a bat. No, I think I really like the pumpkin. There's the witch's hat. Oh, I kind of like that witch's hat. I think I'm going to do the witch's hat right there. Then, you know, there's like these also. So you could do like a little flat back. Oh, I think she looks really cute too. But I think I'm going to go with the witch's hat for right here. So I'm just going to add a little bit of hot glue right there to the middle. Then I'm going to put my little foam in there. And now our little bow is done. So that's what that looks like. So let's build another one. Let's see. We could do like these. So I did put the background, and this is that double loop bow. And then I think I'm going to add the spider webs. Ooh, do I want a white spider web? Or do I want the vellum? Oh, I think I like the vellum. So let me pull another one out from over here. Then you see I even did like the little like ghosties. It's really hard to see the vellum, but there's like a little ghosty one right there. That's really cute. So I'm just going to add just a little smidge of hot glue to the center there. Put down that one right there. Add some more hot glue over here. And then put down this spider web right there. So those are attached like that. Then I'm gonna go ahead and layer my bow. Yep, I think that'll be cute. So I'm gonna run the hot glue down the center there. And I'm gonna add my bow. And then I'm just gonna hold it for a little bit just to make sure that that glue goes ahead and dries and everything's all nice and set. So there's my bow. So a lot of layers going on here, very chunky. And do I want to stick an eyeball in the center? I kind of like that eyeball. I think I'm gonna go with the eyeball. I really like that eyeball. Oh, should I do like an orange eyeball? Oh, I think I like the orange. Okay, I'm gonna go with the orange eyeball. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my glue there. Then put my eyeball in the center there. And then again, I'm gonna hold it just to make sure it all nice and sets. And then we will have our completed bow. Isn't that cool? So we have the background bow piece. We got a double layer bow, our spider webs, another smaller bow, and then we have our eyeball for the center. Clean up the back there. So there we have 2 different bows done. Like I said, these little pieces are gonna be great if you're doing other embellishments. You can definitely use these. Like, look at that hand. That's so cool. So you can definitely use these little pieces for other items. But let's go ahead and build one. So I have all my foam pieces here. So with these, you're just gonna add a little bit of glue right to the back. You're gonna take this end and fold it over so it lines up right here, right in the middle of that little space. Then you're gonna add some more glue, and then you're gonna go ahead and do the same thing. Fold this one over to line up right in the middle there. Then just hold those together for a second. Dollar Tree does sell little finger guards, like little silicone finger guards, if you want to make sure that you don't go ahead and burn yourself. So you can always do that as well. I always try to clean up the extra glue that I end up smushing out. I always end up putting too much glue because, I don't know, I just want to make sure that I have more than enough. So there's that one. So we could do a couple things. We could take this and layer it like this and be done. So we have our back bat. And then put our top bow right there. Or we could go ahead and use this bow. Oh, see, but okay. Here's a good example. See, this one kind of, like, you lose it in the background of this big one because they end up being the same size. But look at what you can do. You can pull out your scissors. Cut that in half right there. And then glue it to the back. So now it's going to go ahead and work. Instead of being hidden behind that big bow, now you have the little tails, or you can actually stick the tails down here as well. And then now you have your bow going this way. I think we'll do it this way. We'll do it down the middle. So let's get our hot glue here. Add a little bit there. We'll have a little tail coming out this way. We'll have another little tail coming out this way. How does that look? Right now that everything is still not set, I get a little bit of wiggle room to go ahead and adjust those just the way I like. I love hot glue, but I don't like it. Like, look, I have all these little stringies now. That drives me nuts. So I'm going to wait for those to go ahead and dry. Then I'll go ahead and just peel those off. Okay, I like that way. So we'll do those. And then let's do the white spider web. I think that would just really pop off of here. Oh, that looks really nice. So go ahead and we'll add, oh yeah, that's gonna be really pretty. So let's add those. So just add a little bit of hot glue there. Put that down. Do a little bit more hot glue over here. Let's lay that down there. Okay, and then let's do our next layer. We're gonna do the next small one. So I'll just put some hot glue here. Roll that over. Put some glue there. Roll that over. Normally I would not be working this fast and I'd take off all the spider web off of my hands, but I'm trying to make this video not be so long because I feel like it's super long already. Oh, that's gonna be cute. Okay. So then let's go ahead and glue this down. Put that right in the center there. Make sure that's nice and straight. I think it is. And then I want to do my spider web for this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my wire cutters and I'm going to snip off the ring. Actually, if you wanted to, you could even glue that on like that with the ring on there and then add a couple beads to dangle off of there. That would be really cute also, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut mine off. So I'm going to go ahead and just take my wire cutters and just snip off the ring. So I'm going to get as close as I can in there and snip that off. Then just snip off the other side. I'm trying to get as close as I can in there. There we go. I'm going to add a little bit of glue to the center here. And then I'm going to place my spider. I'm going to put him kind of crooked. Like that. So then here is my new bow. I think that came out really cute. So you could do it this way. We have the little tail ends over here, or you can cut them and put them down here at the end, or you could use the bat one. So I think these came out really cute. What do you guys think? Thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry this video is so long. This is why I usually don't do tutorials. I feel like I take too long, but let me know if you guys like these kinds of videos. You know, this did come from BeeBeeCraft, so I'll leave a link down below to the website, to their products. I do have a coupon code with them that is Nicole10, so you could go ahead and use that discount, and we'll see you later. Bye, guys.